What's going on, my motorcycle maniac friends? Today we're working on a Low Rider S and a Low Rider ST seat, and guess what? It's the same seat. These look different. This one started off as your regular Low Rider seat. One of the problems that we have a lot with this, which we're going to go over, is comfort and the feeling like you're going to slide off the back. So a lot of the people are taking these Low Rider S's and STs and actually punching the motors out, and they're getting pretty radical. Major horsepower, major torque, which when you have that means you want to slide back when you crack that throttle. So everybody wants a little bit of a drag seat now, something to kind of lock you in. But let's face it, you also want to be able to get this thing on the open road and ride and lay back and relax. So too much of a drag seat is not good. So you need that happy, sweet spot. On this seat here, he needed just a little bit more. So you can see this is a very slight difference. It actually comes up just a little bit. We dished him back slightly in the seat and added gel. So he has gel for comfort plus a little bit of a repositioning. You can go more radical on this one or on these, but he just wanted to be a little more conservative. And what's funny is with this one here, we went over a lot discussing with the customer what he wanted, and the original seat that he wanted was really crazy with diamonds over the whole thing. And it's hard for me because I know for some people you don't see them all the time, but for us we see these things all the time, and so the repetition gets over and over and over. And as we're going through and designing the seat with what he wanted, he just kind of went back to the seat we had just done for him a few years back on one of his other bikes and said he loves that seat. Everybody loves that seat. And I said, well, let's do a similar design that we did on his old touring bike, and we could do that with this with the new colors and new style. So he wanted a shinier red vinyl, which we have. It's a marine grade vinyl. It's like, I think this one's close to 1 million double rubs, which means you could get on your and off your bike 1 million times before the material starts to wear, which is great if you do a lot of riding, and it's great if you get wet, and it's great if it's in the sun and in the cold and all that stuff. It's a very diverse material. Unfortunately, he wanted some embroidery on one side of it in the back, and we currently don't do embroidery. We have to send it out, and every time we send it out, it's either horrible quality or it takes forever to get, and it's tough. So I said, let me just do something cool on it. And I thought, because we had this mild double diamond stitch in the middle, we could break it up with a little bit of double diamond on the back. And the reason I chose not to do a red insert with black stitching back here is one thing it drives me crazy is if you have a red and a red bike and you have to try to match the color, because if you put this red here and it's going up against the rear fender and it's different, to me it looks horrible. I'd rather have the contrast of the black against the red. If it's not right on perfect, I don't think it looks good. So what we decided to do is do the top red, so you have a little bit of a variation between it, but I wanted to incorporate that red into the back here. I didn't think just doing black diamonds with black vinyl would be like enough pop. I thought this would be just enough, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's not over the top. It's a nice looking seat, and it'll be comfortable for him, and he could ride it. So now, enough about this seat, and we're gonna move over to this seat here. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you through a journey as we build this seat. And what we're going to do to this seat is this customer, we've done seats for him before where we chopped them right down. He's like, you know what? Slam this thing down as far as you could go. Get it back. And what's funny is if you watch our videos, I've been talking a lot about some of the LaPera motorcycle seats. And if you don't know, obviously we customize seats and we custom make seats, but we also stock and sell motorcycle seats for all the major manufacturers. And the reason we decided to do that is because a lot of them are dialed in. A lot of them have a good product line. The industry right now doesn't need another person making motorcycle seats. We already got China ripping off all the good American companies here, so we're just going to stick with the major guys, and there is a couple of guys that you haven't heard about that I'm trying to acquire right now so that we could sell to you, because even though they're not the big name brand, they actually have a good niche market in what they do for specific riders that I like. So hopefully by the time this video airs, we'll be selling some of those as well. So now if you want Saddlemen, LaPera, not Corbin. I don't know. Corbin I won't sell to shops. You'll have to go directly to Corbin if you want a Corbin seat. But we do customize a lot of Corbin seats, because a Corbin seat, if it fits your butt, people love it. But if it doesn't, people hate it. And it's a tough juggle for me, because I personally like the Corbin seats. I love the history of Mike Corbin and his company. I think it's great. We're here in Connecticut where they started off. Same thing with Mustang. They actually started together. So if you have the second, you should read Mike's book, because it's a great book about his motorcycle seat company, and I enjoyed it. But back to the Corbin seats, they literally, if they fit your body, your shape and your body, they're a great seat. They're a very firm seat, and a lot of people don't like firm, but if you imagine a BMW or Mercedes, they have a very firm interior, but it's comfortable. Whereas a Buick has a very soft interior, and if it's too soft, it ends up sometimes giving you more fatigue and butt burning and different issues. So there's like a happy medium. So I'm not going to say, you know, we're not selling Corbin seats, but I'm not disparaging them because it's a great company with a great product. And if you want to go there, go there. But we're going to handle all the major manufacturers that do sell, that we could sell. And the reason we're doing this is because for the last 30 years, I've been building custom motorcycle seats, building bikes, painting bikes, doing all the stuff that we do. And we have a lot of knowledge on these different companies and their seats. And I found over the years that each one has like something different and something great about them. And we're going to be kind of going over that. And what was funny is my last video, I was talking about LaPera seats and how it was a soft spot for me because when we started in this business, they were the hottest ticket. That's all you would get is LaPera seats, and they were bare bones slammed down, and you would customize them. And I just loved doing them back in the day. And it's nice to see them kind of getting a little bit of a resurgence again. And we will be selling their seats as well here. And we're going to try to inventory a lot of seats so that locals could come in, sit on it, and we're going to video it. So all you guys out there that aren't local, you could see a rider with your height and weight, riding style on your specific bike with that specific seat and know exactly what they say and feel so that you could feel confident when you buy online that you're buying the right product. Because I know it's difficult, but man, our customers out in the Midwest and down south, and there's not a lot of bike shops left, and there's not a lot of seat shops left in those areas. I mean, you go to California, Florida, all those places are inundated with people, but in the Midwest, the heart of our country, there's a lot of people who don't have shops around them. And I know it's hard to spend your good, hard-earned money on something that you feel might not work. And we are going to do some sort of return policy too. So if it doesn't fit you, you could send it back. But we're kind of going over that right now because it's really hard. If you install the seat on a bike, we can't take it back. Because if you scratch the brackets or do any of that stuff, it'd be a used product. And we might do some sort of restocking fee. And then the only other problem that we're trying to factor in is the pricing of shipping for us to ship from you to us and back again. It gets pretty expensive. So we're gonna have to work out those things. What's nice is we could actually drop ship from warehouses throughout the country and save you guys a lot in shipping on a lot of stuff. And it's, pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. So back to this seat and what we're doing with, he's like, I want, like that old LaPera seat where it's just really thin in the back and raked down. And I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. We are gonna take this seat, cut it down as low as possible and still have comfort. And we're going to kick him back, but we're also going to kick it up with a slight drag seat so he feels that he's locked in. Because when you get lower and farther back, you're going to imagine yourself now sitting more in the bike and back. When you crack that throttle, you have more of a chance of wanting to go up and off the back. So we definitely need some back support. I'm putting the seat cover on now, wrapping the seat up. I wanted to do a comparison of the other lowrider seat with this lowrider seat so you can see the difference, height and all that stuff. Obviously you saw pictures of the seat in this video on the bike, so as soon as it was done it had to go out. This one here you can see is pretty radical. So the bike, you sit about like this on the bike. Now you're really going to sit in here. You have a little bit of a drag seat, which is nice. It's locked in. I am worried because there's not a lot of meat back here. We probably only have about maybe 3/4 of an inch of foam right here where your butt cheeks kind of roll up a little bit. And then obviously you can see here, I love when it gets like this real thin profile on the side. I think it looks cool. And the burgundy thread double stitch against this black, to me looks really nice. It's like not over the top, pop in your face. It's like clean, subtle, and should go really well with the bike. It was a tough red to match because it had kind of like a smoked brown look to it, but this thread actually should look great on the bike, and I hope he likes it, and I hope you guys like it. So if you have a lowrider factory seat and you're looking to customize it, here's some options that we could do. Get you down, get you back, get you in the pocket, so when you crack that throttle, you don't slide up and off, and you can enjoy your bike a little bit more and not be scared to fall off the back and look like a chump. Hey, like a chump. So thank you so much for watching Atomic Cycle Works. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. It's free to you, but it really helps us because it lets YouTube know who to send our videos to. And I want them to go to motorcycle guys like you and me and girls too. Everybody likes motorcycles. Send them our way. Thanks. Check out atomiccycleworks.com. Have a great day.